Hello everyone, my name is Infinity and welcome to my channel. This channel is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am going to be doing a collective reading for twin flames or divine counterparts, whichever label you personally resonate with most. However, if you are not a twin flame and you're coming to this reading or maybe even stumbling upon this reading with some other kind of love connection in mind, although this is a reading intended for twin flames, I also believe that there are no accidents in the universe. So there may be some single specific message in this reading, in this video, you are supposed to hear right now about this person, about this connection, about their thoughts and feelings. I also want to say that through these readings, I try to channel as many specific messages as I possibly can, but this also means that not everything is going to resonate with you. So just take whatever resonates with your heart and soul. Always use your own intuition as a guide. I always say that the intuition is the compass of the soul. So use that as your guide to uncover and absorb whatever messages you might need at this time. So in just a moment, I am going to shuffle our energy oracle cards. I always say that this is my favorite deck to start with just because I feel it is best for giving us an initial bird's eye view of the energies at this time. But before I do that, I also want to let you know that during this reading, I will be recommending specific subliminal meditations. These subliminals are sound therapy tools you can use to use the power of unconscious affirmations, meditation, and binaural beat frequencies to shift, alter, harmonize, or balance the energies in certain ways. So as you can see on the screen, I have created over 130 subliminals for all areas of life. All of these are available to members on my website, Sound and Soulful. So during the reading, if any subliminals I mention resonate with you, the links to these recommended subliminals will be in the pinned comment and the description box under this video. You can try out any subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days when you create a free trial account on my website. Thank you so much for joining me here in this reading. If you do enjoy these types of videos, please do subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you get updated whenever I post new content. Now I am shuffling the energy oracle cards. So at this time, if you feel guided, you can choose to set some kind of an intention. I am going to set my own intention for this reading aloud. So Spirit, allow me to read into the energy of the Twin Flame Collective and bring forth any messages that Twin Flames may need to hear right now, whether they are in separation or whether they are experiencing some kind of confusion or uncertainty within their connection. Please bring clarity, clear messages through this reading that will resonate with those beautiful souls out there listening. Okay, so I've pulled 4 cards and this feels like a good place to start. So let's just flip over the first card and see what's going on with you today. Anxiety in the upright position. Has something been weighing heavily on your mind? I feel like, at least within my own energy, today has carried some kind of a little bit of a heaviness. Throughout this healing process, both individually and collectively, we experience a lot of so-called ups and downs. times where we feel like we're soaring, we're light, we're free, and other times where we feel a little bit more burdened, uncertain, or even weighed down by some kind of heavy emotion. I feel like some of you are dealing with being stuck in your own mind in some way. I'm feeling something a little bit heavy stuck in your energy field right now. If this is anxiety that feels stuck in your energy, you may be interested in my subliminal for deep anxiety relief. This contains binaural beat frequencies designed to soothe the mind and calm the body, and also contains unconscious affirmations to rewire your brain for lighter thoughts, to let go of those deeply seated anxious thoughts and feelings. So that will be linked down below in the pinned comment if you would like to explore that. But I do just feel like something is weighing. I heard if it's not weighing so much on your mind, it might be more so weighing on your heart. Something deeply emotional, something that is sending you through this circuit, this kind of never-ending circuit of overanalyzing in your mind. But okay, this is kind of an interesting message. I feel like the heaviness is in your heart, but then it's triggering this overanalysis within your mind. So take that if it resonates with you. I also would like to just pull a few clarification cards on this, because I do feel like whoever is resonating with this message would like a little more insight on this anxious kind of feeling, maybe even some guidance as to how to resolve it. So for this clarification, I am pulling from the Angel Answers deck. So I'm going to go ahead and just shuffle this now. Spirit, I would like some clarification on this anxiety. What are these anxious feelings that someone out there listening is dealing with? Okay, so the first card I pulled is within the next few months. This makes me feel that someone is anxious about when or how something is going to happen. I just saw like an architect in my mind trying to draw these plans, these very specific structured plans for this beautiful building. You are feeling like that architect trying to construct something beautiful with this person or within this relationship or your love life. But I feel that you're almost over planning it down to the most minute detail, and losing some of that sense of divine guidance, that connection to those invisible divine forces that allow us to tap into our intuition. So I'm going to try to pull a few more clarification cards here. Spirit, what else do we need to know about these anxious feelings? Okay, so actually 3 cards were trying to come out. So let's just go ahead and look at these. Okay, so the first card that stood out to me is wait, I'm actually going to take these in order. So the first card is wait. So I feel like someone came to this video and was deliberating whether or not to take some kind of forward movement or action in this love situation. Or maybe they were thinking about whether or not to give up on it, to just, maybe that action was actually not reaching out, but walking away. And I feel like you're being guided to just stick it out, to wait, because very soon, this next card that actually had come out was within the next few weeks. So what I'm getting here is, I feel that, and then the third card, by the way, was improving health. So I feel like what these clarification cards are saying is, wait, don't do anything drastic at this time, whether it's walking away or even whether it's taking some kind of bold, sudden forward momentum in this connection. Wait, because very soon, I'm seeing with the improving health card, I hear this to mean that the energy is going to shift, that very soon, within the next few weeks, you are going to feel some kind of change happening. However, I feel like it could take longer to actually see the physical evidence of this change, of this shift in energy. And that's why I feel that this within the next few months card came out earlier, because I feel like the message here is right now you are thinking about either doing something that for you is kind of drastic or radical within this connection, whether it's leaving or making some big, bold move, even a move forward, a move backward. I feel it will be different for different people listening to this. But you're being asked to wait, to hold off on this action, because within the next few weeks, you're going to feel some kind of energetic shift, some kind of lightness that is going to indicate to you that something is about to manifest. Then later on, within the next few months, within this connection, you are going to see that evidence of something changing, but you need to hold off on whatever big step you're considering or in your head about right now. So the second energy oracle card that I pulled for you initially was the Temple Path card in reverse. What I'm hearing with this card is that when you're in your own head, when you're anxious, when you're overanalyzing, especially overanalyzing in terms of deliberating potential actions that you're wondering, should I do this? Should I not do this? I feel like when you get in your own head, you can't ever fully get off of your path, of course, but you can take these kind of emotional and mental detours. And I feel like Spirit is telling you that whenever you get in this overly analytical space, you actually block yourself off from fully receiving this person's love, from receiving love from your divine counterpart, either energetically or in the physical world. That this anxiety, whatever's been weighing on your heart and mind, is actually preventing you from fully connecting with this person. For some of you, I'm hearing that you are a divine feminine. This won't apply to everyone, but there's at least one divine feminine listening who is naturally, I sense you're naturally very creative, but because of some kind of wound, maybe an inner child wound, maybe being told that your creativity wasn't valuable, whatever it was, for some reason you've become a bit blocked. And when you aren't focused on yourself and when you aren't focused in this creative way, you get stuck in your head about this connection. You really overthink it heavily, and your energy gets very heavy and dark, very unnatural, and very much in contrast to that natural, free-flowing, divine feminine energy that I just see this energy so desperately wanting to just flow through you, to raise your vibration, to cause you to create beautiful things, to feel love, your own love most of all, but yes, also love within this connection. Because of course those two things are directly correlated. The more you allow yourself to create, to feel your own love, to be in your own divine feminine power, the more you will open yourself up to receiving that unconditional love from your twin flame. But I am hearing that there is a wounded divine feminine listening who is having trouble staying in that free-flowing creative space. So if this is you, you may benefit from my divine feminine healing subliminal. I named this the Awakened Divine Feminine, and it's really designed to release those divine feminine wounds, both individually and those collective feminine wounds, in order to become more empowered, creative, to effortlessly manifest and receive the abundance of love and everything else that you are so worthy of. So the link to that Divine Feminine Healing Subliminal will be in the pinned comment and description box if you're interested. Any wounded Divine Feminines listening and connecting with this. Again, that won't be everyone. I know some of you listening will be Divine Masculines, and others of you, this message may just not connect with you at all. So I am feeling, though, there may be a little bit more here on this Temple Path in Reverse card. So I'm going to go to the Romance Angels deck just to give us some clarification on how these heavy feelings, these feelings of anxiety, may be pulling you off your path, or just any kind of guidance we can receive on this. Okay, so I am just shuffling these cards now. Spirit, please give us some clarification on the Temple Path card in reverse. How is someone allowing negative feelings to get them off of their path, or any other kinds of information or guidance we need to receive from this card? Okay. I felt pulled to 3 cards, so let's see what we've got here. Playfulness. Wow, okay, this directly correlates with a wounded divine feminine energy. So I really just see this as a confirmation, and I'll just read from this card because I love this message. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So in this, I see that your key to connecting with this person is actually to reconnect with that inner child. Now, if you are a wounded divine feminine, a divine feminine who has been dissuaded away from your power by someone in your life that has caused you to become really unnaturally programmed away from your divine feminine, free-flowing creative state, that may connect with you directly. Focus on ways that you can be creative, meditate, clear your energy, create in whatever way feels good to you. However, if you're not a wounded divine feminine or a divine feminine at all, maybe you're a divine masculine, regardless if this connects with you in terms of feeling too anxious, overly analytical, and somehow blocking your connection with your twin flame, with your divine counterpart. Regardless of whether you are divine feminine or divine masculine, I do feel everyone in the collective resonating with this could benefit from reconnecting with your own inner child. We call this inner child work or inner child healing, the process of integrating those past versions of ourself, integrating our younger, more playful, creative, free-spirited self into our present day self, and especially focusing on the ways in which we need to meet our own needs, support ourselves in the ways that we may not have been supported as children. So if this connects with you, I will also leave a link to my inner child healing subliminal below, which focuses on shifting and healing these energies in that way. The second card I pulled for you is deception. Interesting. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. I have to say with this card, don't worry, because I felt some of you feeling this twinge of anxiety when this card came up. I don't feel like this person is lying to you per se with their words, but I feel that what's happening is this person, someone in the connection, is actually lying to themselves. They're unconsciously lying in the way that they inauthentically present themselves to the world. And I feel like one person in the connection is the so-called more awakened twin flame, more awake to their true soul purpose and being more authentic. And I feel that another twin flame counterpart within this connection, the other counterpart, is more in their ego. So they would be called what we refer to as the less awakened twin flame, or they are earlier on in their spiritual awakening path. So I feel like this person is, someone in the connection is actually deceiving themselves into something. I just heard deceiving themselves into thinking that they are happy. That is really, really interesting. Wow, I just got chills. I wonder if someone's twin flame is, if you are in a third party connection, meaning if your twin flame is connected to some kind of other romantic partner or person, I feel that your counterpart, whoever is connecting with this third party, has built this relationship or this life on ego and is deceiving themselves into thinking that this life makes them happy, but it's really just this very shallow happiness. I just see someone smiling out in public, and then suddenly when they're alone, the smile is just wiped off their face. They are deeply unhappy, but trying to convince themselves that they're happy with this life that they've created or something like that. This is a really heavy, heavy message coming through here. The third card is religious factors, but actually this card was in the reversed position. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so this is going to be one of those specific messages that I know will not apply to everyone, but I feel like someone out there listening comes from a very strict and rigid religious background, or if not a strict religion, a very rigid family structure. And I feel like this card is telling you, if that message resonates with you, that at this time, you have been, and I hear that you've already been doing this work, but it's going to be a continuing factor, is you releasing whatever kind of, if it was religious trauma or family trauma, or letting go of this rigid institution or family environment that you were raised into. I saw this beautiful, free-spirited girl who was just bound with these heavy chains, and the chains are this religion or this family. Someone has been really held back by something that really weighed on you, and I just got chills. It's like, this is really emotional. It's raw for you because you've been aware of this heaviness, this weight, these chains, these metaphorical chains holding you back. But it's time to cut the chains, you're being told, and you have the power to release yourself from these chains. So again, that message won't be for everyone, but I knew I had to say it because someone I know just got some huge energetic release from hearing that validation of what you're feeling. The third message, or the third card I should say, that we pulled in this initial energy oracle card spread is Door to Romance. This is beautiful. I feel like this is spirit directly connecting us back to, okay, this whole overarching message we've got here. There's some kind of heaviness, anxiety, worry, fear, overanalyzation that's blocking you off from this person's love, and in doing so, disconnecting you, of course, not just from this connection, but from your path through this connection, from your most awakened, your highest path. However, as you do all of those things we just spoke of in the clarification cards, as you reconnect with your inner child, your sense of free-spiritedness, your creativity, this is going to open the door. I just heard new beginning with the same person. So I feel that this is going to feel like a brand new connection or relationship, even though it is with the same person that you have in mind. So whether this is a twin flame or a non-twin flame relationship, there's going to be, I just saw someone hitting the refresh button. Everything about this connection is going to feel brand new to you as you do this kind of healing, because you are going to be brand new. And as we know, as you heal and shift and balance the energy within you, you begin to magnetize everything you desire in life, both within love connections and in all areas of life. You open yourself up to that naturally receptive, abundant state of being that we were destined to embody. Which, by the way, if you are struggling to feel open or you just feel stuck in some way, I personally meditate to my 7 chakra clearing subliminal every single morning, and this really helps me to personally release negative thought patterns and inner child wounds, to heal and balance myself. So I have 1 7 chakra clearing specifically for twin flames to release blocks in the energy connected to this connection, and a second one that is just a general energy clearing for twin flames and non-twin flames alike. So I will leave links to both of these in the Subliminals section under the pinned comment and description box. Okay, so finally, yes, the 4th card is Blossoming Abundance, also in the upright position. So I'm hearing that in doing this healing work, that temple path that you're on, that you're going to be able to reconnect with through this inner healing, this inner work you've been doing and are going to continue to do, you will not only open yourself up to a new beginning within this connection with this person you have in mind, but you're also going to be able to manifest in all areas of your life, because I do feel that someone listening may feel a little bit overly fixated, and it's okay. This is not a judgment word. It's natural to be fixated on the love, the romance, the physicality, that kind of aspect of this connection. That's all very real and valid and something that we deserve to experience. But I heard Spirit just kind of teasingly say that and so much more. Like you aren't even dreaming big enough, because not only will you receive all that love and that connection you desire when you reconnect with your inner child, when you open yourself up to abundance in all areas of your life, when you step into your most empowered, magnetic, energetic state, not only will you open this door in romance, but doors will open in front of you in all areas of life. I do want to just get a few more clarification cards, not on anything specific, but just in general from this reading, just because I feel like there are some more specific messages that I can't pinpoint right now trying to come through. So I'm going to return to the Angel Answers energy deck and just pull a few more cards. Okay, Spirit, so what else does the Twin Flame Collective need to know at this time? Can you give me any more insights about the energies? Okay, I've got one card. Okay, by the way, guys, this is really random, but I personally experienced both last night and then again, just as I was giving this reading, some kinds of weird, almost uncomfortable solar plexus sensations. So the solar plexus, for those of you who don't know, is kind of in the stomach area, especially like the upper stomach, below the rib cage, but above the belly button, kind of in what we would call the gut. So I just want to ask if any of you have been feeling any kind of weird solar plexus feelings. This could be a sign of an energetic shift happening either individually or collectively, especially when it comes to our confidence, because the solar plexus is the seat of self-confidence, self-expression, especially in creativity. So if you are feeling any weird sensations, tingling, discomfort, anything like that, just know that that could be a kind of collective shift or energy that you're feeling right now. Okay, so I have 3 clarification cards. The first card is Peaceful Resolution. I heard this card directly connected to a question that one of you asked. I heard one of you kind of asking a very yes or no kind of question. I feel like someone came to this reading and there was some kind of conflict on their mind. This may even be that thing that you were anxious about. Again, this won't apply to everyone, just maybe one of you. But I feel like if you came with this powerful intention, you are being directly told, I just keep hearing nothing will come of this situation, meant in like a comforting way of don't worry about the way that this is turning out, especially if it was some kind of conflict or argument. Spirit is saying you don't have to worry. Things will peacefully resolve themselves. Once again, wow, guys, within the next few months is the second card. Spirit is really pushing this message. We got this card earlier, so I feel like you're just being told over and over again, very, very soon, you are going to see it happen. And maybe this was an answer to some of your intentions. Maybe you were asking, when is this going to happen? If that was the question you came to this reading with, then know within the next few months, this is your answer to that question. And of course, the third card we got is Wait. This is just, again, a reiteration of that earlier clarification we got. Hold off on taking any kind of drastic, radical action, whatever it is, whether it looks like a step forward or a step back within this relationship. I'm hearing that you are too maybe stuck in your own head to make this decision. Again, this is just for some of you, but if you feel like you've been really anxious or feeling heavy or overanalyzing, and then you're considering some kind of radical or drastic action, I'm hearing do not take action from that headspace. First, turn within. Do the healing, shifting, balancing work within. All of the work we discussed earlier. And then wait. Have trust, because within the next few months, there is going to be some kind of peaceful resolution, either to a specific situation or just in general. Things will resolve themselves. Things will work themselves out in some very evident, noticeable way. It's funny, by the way, that within the next few months, this card came up so many times during this reading. It really makes me think that summer is going to be a pivotal time collectively for twin flames, because in the last reading, I did a general pick a card reading, not specifically for twin flames, but I know many of you are twin flames, so you bring that kind of intention to these readings. So twin flame messages tend to come through in any of my readings. And I remember getting this card, I believe, for at least one of the groups. I just heard a lot of messages like summer, and I kept hearing summer in my mind. So I just feel like you need to be aware that things are changing really fast beneath the surface, and by summer, something big or big changes are going to be showing up for you within this connection. So I am now going to roll the letter dice. I should say that I caution you during these portions of the reading because pulling letter initials and sign cards is really, really specific, and I'm aware of that, and I know there are so many of you listening, so it probably won't resonate with all of you, but I also do know that some of you glean important information from this portion of the reading, so I do like to include it. Okay, spirits, so what are some potential letter initials, first, middle, or last name of this person or their divine counterpart? N, F, H, M, B, N again. So they may have double letters in their name. I just heard the word home, although it didn't spell that word exactly. And I feel like for some reason I heard this is a direct message from someone's person. Someone saying, you feel like home to me, or someone feeling homesick. Homesick for a person because a person feels like home to them, and so being away from them has that same feeling as homesickness. U, D, N again, so many N's. Y, H. Interesting. So hopefully those initials resonated with some of you. And now I'm going to pull some potential sign cards. This could be the sun, moon, or rising sign of you or this person, or these messages could just be intended for someone else. Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Leo, Cancer. So Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Leo, Cancer, sun, moon, or rising could be your sign or your person's sign. Or again, just please leave whatever doesn't resonate, especially when I'm pulling sign cards and letter initials. I know those parts of the reading may not resonate with you. So I feel like this reading is still unfinished. I was going to close it here, but I feel like someone's energy is just like knocking at my door, like someone's person just really has something. They're like, I want to say something. I want to say something so desperately. And I do feel like this may be a person who is either very stoic, who doesn't communicate much, or maybe you are just in a period of separation when it comes to communication with this person. So I am just going to pull some potential messages that this person may have for you at this time. So Spirit, what messages does this person have? Okay, so the cards I pulled were first, what if, and then ... It just kind of leaves it hanging. I feel like your person, again, if you are not in communication, has been thinking about a future with you or daydreaming about connecting with you, but it's like there's some wall that goes up. They start to think, what if, and then they cut themselves off right away because it's almost like they can't even let themselves go there. Or maybe this is you find yourself daydreaming and then you think, no, I shouldn't be longing for this person, but you can't help, or they can't help but have these what ifs in their mind. They still linger in spite of themselves. This could even be that person from earlier. If you resonated with that message of your person having a third party and them trying to deceive themselves into thinking that they're happy, then I feel like that person, they think, what if, and then they think about you, a connection with you, they daydream about you, but then it's like they cut off their own fantasies. They're trying not to even let their mind wander there. And I just heard as I fall asleep, so I think it's much harder for this person to cut off those thoughts and daydreams, especially when they're falling asleep, thinking about you. And then the second card is if you only knew. So I feel these cards are very connected messages because this person is saying, if you only knew how much I think about you. Again, I'm really strongly feeling this could be that person from earlier that was deceiving themselves into thinking that they were happy in some way, but then thinking, if you only knew how unhappy I truly am without you, how much I long for you, how homesick I am for your energy, just like we said earlier with the letter initial dice. Again, I almost feel like this may just be a targeted message for one of you that brought a really powerful intention to this reading, and maybe one of you just manifested this message through. But I hope that message reaches whoever needed to hear it. So thank you so much for joining me here today. The subliminals I recommended to you will all be linked down below in the pinned comment and description box. And again, you can try out any of these subliminals free for 7 days when you create a trial account on my membership site. If I did resonate with you, please subscribe to this channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next video.